feature? If so, an instruction label located in the cab should provide this information. If you do not see this label, contact your supervisor to verify if you have this feature, and if so, have the instruction label installed where you can easily view it when operating the vehicle. If automatic engine shutdown is used with a check fire controller, check the label to determine the length of the time delay period prior to engine shutdown. It is very important that you are aware of the check fire time delay feature, since this is the only time delay period that you have control of. The first time delay period will be 30 seconds or less, depending on the model and the programming that was done during the installation of the controller. You should also check with your supervisor to determine the length of the second time delay prior to system discharge. The second time delay period will be sent somewhere between 0 to 30 seconds. When a fire or high heat source is detected, the control module will initiate an audible and visual alarm indicating a fire alarm condition. Bring your vehicle to a safe stop and set the brakes as soon as possible. Again, if automatic engine shutdown is provided and you need more time than the time delay allows, momentarily depress the delay button. The time delay will restart each time you depress the delay button. It is important to note that if automatic engine shutdown is not provided, manually shut off the engine after you have stopped the vehicle and set the brakes as soon as possible. Then, get off the vehicle quickly but safely. Be sure to take a path away from the fire area. Again, the system will discharge for a minimum of 12 seconds, resulting in a dry chemical cloud. If the dry chemical cloud is in your direct path of exit, move carefully through it. Do not wait for it to clear. Daily inspection. To assure that the check fire detection and actuation system is in proper operating order, you should always look at the module at the beginning of your shift and after each break to make sure that the controller is operating in a normal condition, with the green battery LED pulsing and with no fault conditions present. Unlike some earlier detection systems, you do not need to physically perform any test to verify condition. When adequately powered, the check fire system automatically checks the circuits in power. If the controller is supplied with an internal battery, the battery will provide power for up to 1 year, unless the check fire controller experiences alarm or trouble conditions. If the check fire system is not operating in a normal condition, you will see a yellow LED blinking, indicating either the internal battery needs replacing or other fault condition. If an alarm condition exists, do not start the machine and safely exit the machine as soon as possible. Remember, in a fire scenario, you do not have to wait for the automatic detection and actuation system to operate. If the vehicle is safely positioned, you can manually operate the system. If there are no indications on the controller at all, the check fire detection and actuation system is not working and the vehicle should not be operated. If any of these conditions exist, contact your supervisor so an authorized ANSEL distributor can service the entire system. In the meantime, the engine can be manually shut down and the fire suppression system can be manually operated. Be very sure to review your manual operation instructions anytime your automatic system is in service. An authorized ANSEL distributor should inspect and maintain both the ANSEL A101 and check fire detection and actuation systems at regularly scheduled intervals based on the operating conditions of the vehicle. Remember, dry chemical alone is an excellent agent in quick fire knockdown, but it does not significantly reduce heat. Therefore, if the ignition source and fuel are still present after the system discharges, the fire could reignite. One way to minimize the chances of reflash is to employ the ANSEL twin agent system. The A101 LVS system incorporates the quick fire knockdown feature of dry chemical and the cooling capabilities of the freeze-protected LVS wet chemical agent. When incorporated, LVS is generally used to cool areas that have superheated surfaces with skin temperatures that exceed 800 degrees Fahrenheit. LVS agent is designed to discharge simultaneously with the dry chemical system for approximately a minute and a half to cool superheated surfaces such as turbochargers and exhaust manifolds. Turbochargers and exhaust manifolds are generally constructed of heavy steel, which can remain hot long after the engine is shut down. If the vehicle you operate does not incorporate the twin agent concept, fire reignition can result if a fuel source comes in contact with any superheated surface after a dry chemical fire suppression system discharge ends. Hydraulic lines on these types of vehicles remain under high operating pressure and cannot be bled down. This means that the hydraulic fluid could continue to spray into the hazard area through a leaking or ruptured line, and any fuel spilled under the vehicle or in or between covered, shrouded, or obstructed vehicle components may be inaccessible to the fixed nozzle fire suppression system. If a fire continues to burn in these areas, the fire could spread back up and through the vehicle. Remember, the advantage of dry chemical agent is the fast fire knockdown capabilities, which allow you time to stop the vehicles and set the brakes, time to shut down the engine, and time for you to escape from a potentially hazardous situation. And if a fire is detected very early with limited fuel, the fire suppression system has a good chance to extinguish the fire, or at least suppress it, until auxiliary fire extinguishing equipment can be employed. Remember, the Ansel A101 fire suppression system is your first line of defense against fire. Your understanding of its capabilities and limitations and what to do in the event of a fire will greatly reduce your risk of injury and system failure.